All right, good evening, everybody. It's just at 5 o'clock on the 20th of December. A little bit of a late start over here tonight, unfortunately. But the road ahead is going to be to get this piece all cleaned up, take the wire wheel to it and get all the rust and everything that I haven't gotten off of there, get that off of there, finish up the seam here. Whoops, sorry. Finish up the seam here in my square repair piece there, and then finish up the weld repair here, though I think I'm going to wait until I get the thing in there. I'm not sure yet. And then that should be pretty much good to go and ready to put in. Got some more grinding to do on this weld. Obviously I want to get this especially all done, because you have very little access, if you can kind of see down there, very little access to that face of the boot floor there. So I want to make sure that that's all in good shape. The next thing I want to look at is getting this area repaired in here for the tail light. So I've got some of the rear valance here that needs to get fixed. That was in pretty bad shape. Obviously some of the cars missing there. Excuse me. And then the rear wing here and the rest of this. So I got the good it's in good shape there over on the valance for the black car. So I got to figure out how I want to go about this repair, if I'm just going to cut this little strip out and try to flatten this up. A lot of this is going to be covered by the tail light, so I'm not too concerned that that's not flat, but I would like to flatten that up a little bit. And then yeah, that's probably about all I'm going to get to, if I get that far tonight. Like I said, it's already 5 o'clock, so I'm a little bit behind that time of the year and all, but we'll see how it goes. All right, it's about 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, the pitting here in this part of the floor was just too bad. I could get some sunlight, had some sunlight through that. You can kind of see that, I think. That's on the outside, and then right on the seam there, if you can kind of see that line where the rear valance welded in, that was starting to crack too. So discretion is the better part of valor, and I decided to put another patch piece in here. Who knows, maybe in hindsight it would have been just as easy to repair the piece that's up there, but I mean, I would have had to cut and weld anyway, so I don't know, at least gives me practice welding. I hate to think that I'm spinning my wheels here, but there you go. So I'm going to weld this piece in after I grab a bite to eat here, and then we'll keep going. All right, it's already 7 o'clock. Time sure does fly. So I got that piece welded in. Most of the welds cleaned up, not completely yet. Still have some final finishing on that to do. Got that all welded in. I'm not going to be real concerned with the prettiness of this. I think I'm going to treat it and do the POR 15 on this thing, especially on this face here, because it's so susceptible to getting to rotting back out. And I probably could have cut this piece out of here, but I decided not to. So hopefully that won't be a mistake, but I guess we'll see. And I started to drill out the holes over here. Obviously you can see I took the rear valance off, and I found the split. Grab my light here. Excuse me. I found where the hole is, where the extent of the holes are. You can see that right there. Obviously I've peeled that up, but that leftmost hole there, that's rust. So I've disconnected the valance there from the strengthener from the bottom of the boot. And I'm going to essentially just cut right along this line here and come straight down, take that whole chunk out. There's a pretty good rust pit right here. If you remember that, the boil or whatever it was I called it the other night, that's that. Same thing, but on this side. The other side, thankfully, is not too bad. So I'm just going to cut straight across here. It's going to be just about even with this strengthener depression there. And then cut straight across, maybe 1/4 inch back or so, enough of a relief to give me something to weld to. I took the bracket out, so I'm going to have to fill those holes in when I put the bracket back. But essentially, I'm just going to go straight across here. I got this little gap in here that I'll fill in when I get to that point. But that's what I'm going to do. So, continuing on. All right, about 8:20, last update of the evening. Got the floor patch fitted. Well, not fitted, but I got it cut down and ready to be fitted. The reason it's chalky looking is because of the POR 15 metal prep stuff that I've got on there. Excuse me. So that guy's ready to go. This is the corner bracket that I cut out there. You can see that it's pretty nasty in that one corner, just like the other side was. So that came out. I took it to where there's no more bad metal. So that'll come out or get prepped and go in. Once I get it completely done fitted wise, I'll get that painted up and get it in there. I did not work at all on the rear tail light structure here. The black car's got a pretty good shot right here, so I'm probably not going to cut this out at all, and just take the metal plate out of the black car. So that can probably going to be a pain in the rear. There's a lot of spot welds in that. But I did essentially cut the black car's rear in half, so you can see that down there the repair patch is ready and waiting. There's some pretty good damage to the top of the of Dorothy's rear valance right there, so I'm going to try to steal all that stuff, and there's also some rust in there, so I'll try to steal that from the black car's part there and get that welded in. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go ahead and do the strengthener here first before I put the boot floor in. It just seems a little too convenient right here. Everything too well easy to get to, especially with this big gap here now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the old one out and get the new one in there. Leave it hanging, not attach it to the, not go on and do the rear wing or the boot floor, but just get it in there, because that would be silly to go back and take the chance of cutting up that. So yeah, there you go. So in hindsight, maybe that'd have been the way to go on the other side, but whatever. So not too bad. Obviously a truncated night, not quite as much time as I usually get over here on a weekday, but so be it. If I don't get back over here before Christmas, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday season that you would like to celebrate. Otherwise, please visit the website, www.roundtailrestoration.com. And thanks for liking the videos, and thanks for subscribing. I'm bumping up on 200 here, so that's pretty exciting. And that's about all I got for the evening. So thanks a lot. Cheers.